G'day everyone, welcome to another episode of Aussie Tech Heads. It's the 27th of October and it's episode 507. Howdy doody, how are yous? You can get us on the AussieTechRadio.com for more information, or go to your TuneIn Radio app on any device and search Aussie Tech Radio. Wall to wall, 24/7 podcasts, Australian and New Zealand, and new shows every Friday, so have a listen. And that's good. Get us also on the Facebook.com/Aussie Tech Heads, YouTube.com/Aussie Tech Heads. And if you want to send us a tweet or whatever, it's at Aussie Tech Heads, and the hashtag, or use the hashtag Oz Tech Heads, AUS Tech Heads. All right. And don't forget other shows on the network: Aussie Mac Zone, Obsidian Loft, Old Fart Geeks, Aussie Tech Security, which two are in semi-hiatus. Or something, and Aussie Mac Zone out every week. Look for it on iTunes, and Aussie Tech Security, another episode out this week as well. So wacky do. All right, and we're also brought to you by athwebhosting.com.au. If you need some hosting for your site, for whatever it may be, a personal blog, you might be travelling around the countryside, you want to take some few photos, you don't like Flickr and Facebook, and you want to do your own, we'll jump on there and have a go. If you start posting and you don't really know what to do or how to get started, just send me an email. I know that there's a couple of people every now and then they sign up, and I'll you just follow the domain because I'm a sticky beak, and you have a look at the domain. There's nothing there. So if you get stuck, let me know, and I'll at least point you in the direction of a YouTube video or something where you'll be able to work it out. All right, let's get into the show this week, and we've got some co-hosts. Who have we got this week? We'll start off with the more regular. It's Jace Warlock. How you going?
Yeah, I've been taking a lot of fibre, and that Metamucil stuff keeps me regular. No worries.
Oh, that's good. That's good. And how you been? Oh, regular, obviously.
Not too bad. Today rang up TPG and said, "Can you put our NBN on 140? Thanks."
Oh, beauty. Sweetness, sugar and cream. All right. And also,
how long does that take?
Well, they said that should take up to 3 days, but in 2 hours, the speed had changed, so I was happy with that.
Yes, and that's right. That other voice, you've heard it. It's Michael from the Aussie Mac Zone. Hey, Michael, how you doing?
Good, mate. How are you?
Yeah,
good
not
to be
bad.
Here again.
Yeah, yes.
I'd just like to point something out to the non-NBN person.
Right.
Even the upgrades are faster.
The upgrades? What do you mean? Upgrades of what?
The speed.
I went upgraded his food, and it only took 3 hours.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, okay. Well, as
making him feel bad. There was me and Milo on a couple of weeks ago, and we were like, "Yeah, we got the NBN. Where's yours, mate?"
Yeah, I know. Well, when Eric was last on, he sent me a little PDF document. Apparently, he got it from the NBN site, and it looks like that we'll be getting it Q1 next year. So I can't wait for that. Even though on the site, nbnco.com, whatever it is, nothing. But this little PDF, I'm pushing all my hopes onto the PDF. Hopefully, that's right.
Is it still 1996 up there, mate? Or is
we're just about out of 96. We're coming into 97 in Queensland.
They're at least an hour behind. I know that much.
I know. How's that going?
At least.
That means we'll live longer than you guys. So there. All right.
So you'll be happy to know that his curtains haven't faded yet.
Not yet. But you know, I've got the roosters. They're all cocking at different times. They don't know what's going on. They're
Stuff them up.
Yeah, I'm gonna lock them up. Now,
I was worried. I thought you were changing sides there for a minute when you mentioned the Roosters.
Oh, never. No, Sharks all the way. We've won our first premiership. We're good to go for the next one. Now, look, where are we going to start? There's been a few things happening this week, and look, by the time you probably hear this, the Apple event has probably happened. So we're going to ask Michael if he can maybe try and predict what's going on. So, let's start there. Let's give Michael...
Who's getting up at 4 a.m. tomorrow?
Yes.
Michael,
3 a.m. for Glenn, isn't it?
I'll be fast asleep. I'm not getting up for that. Look, I am hoping, now I don't know what is happening, but it looks like there's just a lot of talk about new Macs, but I'm hoping, maybe I've put off buying a iPad mini, so hopefully just in case, a new one comes out tonight or tomorrow. So let's see what happens there. So, but anyway, Michael, are you across what's going on? What do you think is happening? The posters, the invites have gone out. Tell us about the invite.
Yep.
Do you know about the invite?
It says hello again.
Hello.
Which is reverting back to the original Mac when they took it out of the bag. It said hello, so we're assuming
And
that
then the
there's something.
iMac said hello and brackets again
Yep.
when
So
that came out.
yeah, so we've got a lot to look forward to. There's definitely new equipment coming. There's 100%. We know for a fact new Macs are coming.
Now,
Yeah,
as
there's
we,
leaked photos and stuff. I saw though that the logo that they had on the invitations was like an apple, and it looked like it had clouds or something. I wonder if they're going to make the cloud even more important.
Yes, that's a good way of
That's
putting
blue.
it. Yeah. I thought the apple was disappearing altogether in that. It was just
Some
it
people
was slowly
wondering-
burning from the bottom.
It's gone. Don't worry about the apple anymore.
no, no more Apple. But yeah, look, I think we touched on
Microsoft boredom.
we touched on this a couple of weeks ago, or last week with Eric, and we were just saying that it's been quite some time since there's a new MacBook that's come out.
Yes.
Yeah, like years, which is
Yeah.
yeah. So when they
They got stuck with the process. There was a processor problem at Intel, and that sort of delayed everything. And then once that gets delayed, then you got to wait for the GPU to catch up, and it just all snowballs
There's
into
going
a
to be
big
one
hole.
chipset behind too, aren't they? It's going to be like Skylake when there's
Yeah, but-
another one come out.
Yeah, the advantage for Apple, like HP and Lenovo and Asus and Acer, they've got it. That's a differentiator between them. Is that I've got the latest one, or I've got the latest one today, and then tomorrow there's another one, and HP will say, well, I've got the latest one today, and whereas Apple's got the MacBook, and it's against the MacBook, and it doesn't really matter. They're
Faster than the last one, and it's stable, and that's what they care about.
That's right, yeah. So they're only fighting against themselves.
now, because I know that the MacBook sales, or Macs in general, have fallen for the first time I read since the iPhone came out. But like, is that just computers?
No, the Macs have been falling at a similar rate. Well, sorry, Macs have been falling sort of quarter on quarter.
Yep.
Or quarter by quarter comparison, the way they do it these days. Not as much as the PC market has, but the Macs have been falling because there's been nothing new, basically. It's just people
Nobody
are holding
wants a
on and
truck.
holding on.
Yeah, so I've got so just continuing on with that just for a sec here. We'll get into the Michael's predictions in a minute of what's coming out. But so just while we're talking about the revenue, we'll get that out of the way. So for the first time in the iPhone era, Apple has seen its annual revenue decline on a year-over-year basis. Along with falling sales of iPhones and iPads, the Mac product line saw a significant decline of 10.3% over year for the financial year 2016. So yeah, but I think that's just probably following just a general decline in the PCs. Apple has also
PC
gone without
market,
major refreshes to many of its laptops and desktop for years, which we've just said. And Apple is to hold a product event Thursday. Yeah, blah blah blah. So so what do you hope is going to be announced, Michael?
Well, the reason I know for a fact things are being announced is because in about 2 weeks' time, because I'm an Apple technician, there's a training night for Australian Apple technicians.
Oh,
Now,
scoop.
that really only happens after a new product's been announced,
Right.
and it's generally about 2 weeks, right? So I'm 99.99999% confident a new product's coming.
Right.
Now, apparently also, in the latest beta of 10.12. I'm trying to think what number they're up to. 2, I think it was. The beta release, there's a video on using this new smart bar at the top of the keyboard.
Oh, yes.
Magic toolbar.
The magic toolbar, yes.
Right. So
Yes.
we were talking about
Good
this,
man, thank you.
We were talking about this last week. You probably didn't hear it, but we were sort of giving it a bit of a bag. And actually, Michael, we're thinking, why wouldn't they go? Do you think they're going to go a touch screen, like for the?
Nah.
No, what the thing was, there's a bit of confusion there. Eric was saying that the toolbar is on the screen. It's not. It's on the keyboard.
Oh, okay.
You take out the function keyboard, the function keys at the top, and there's a OLED strip there that's touch sensitive, and also has a fingerprint reader to read your fingerprint to unlock it, so you can swipe across it, and that also is going to hook into Apple Pay so that you can use it to pay for things online.
Oh, okay.
And the strip is across the top of the keyboard, so it'll have different keys on there that they can program the OLED displays to show, like a pair of scissors for Photoshop, and you touch on the top of the keyboard there. But your hands are already going to be on the keyboard, so you just reach up there. It's not going to touch the screen at all.
Yeah. So so yes, there'll be a couple of really nice things tomorrow, our time. But it must getting the developers in will make it better. I'm sure there's already some developers that are going to have had it for a while, like you say, maybe Photoshop or
So I've heard
Lightroom or whatever.
So I've heard
Facebook.
I've heard stories about they're getting rid of more ports and stuff like this. Like, do you think this is true? What do you think? Can we get rid of any more ports on a Mac? Or we're pretty
on a MacBook Pro. I don't think there's too many they can get rid of. They'll change them. I think maybe the display port or Thunderbolt port will become a USB-C that will also do Thunderbolt 3 because the chip's capable of doing both now. And the charging may be USB-C as well.
Right. Yep. So I guess,
but being the Pro version, we don't want it to get rid of things like the SD card reader and stuff like that.
No. So look. At the moment, it's just all bit of hocus pocus. We're not too sure exactly. So look, I'm still rooting for an iPad. So we'll see what happens. But in saying
we believe that might be March. Just to upset you.
Oh, I don't want to wait till March.
I saw a Pro for the first time in a shop yesterday. That thing's huge.
It is huge, isn't it? I went and saw
big
one.
Yep.
Yeah. It's good though. I reckon you could just really go to town. And
Angry Birds will fly across that screen.
Oh yes.
But look, I think with the Apple, because it's happening tomorrow as we record now, we'll wait. If you want to get the lowdown on everything, tune into the Aussie Mac Zone. Monday nights recorded, so it'll be available on Tuesdays. Would that be right? Yeah, Tuesdays.
Yeah. Tuesday. And then also maybe look at the Aussie Mac Zone website tomorrow morning.
Yep.
If I can get back on, because I actually haven't checked my email after sending you a thing because I was having trouble logging on the other day.
Oh, great. So he sends me these emails.
Had a password error.
Yeah, he sends these emails. Want, urgent.
Call tech support.
And then hasn't had time to
put out the bat signal.
Did you fix that for me, mate?
Yeah, no, I don't know what you were doing. But probably that NBN was playing up. But I reset your password.
You don't want that stuff.
It was going too far. It was putting it in too fast for those Queensland. I know the Sydney-based servers anyway.
No, what happens is because, if the servers were in Queensland, I was going to say it might take an hour before you get the response.
Oh, look. Yeah, don't mention bloody taking a long time for responses. How's that big DDoS attack last week? That was huge. Took down heaps of sites. But look, I'm not going to probably go into it here unless someone else wants to. But I think we're going to talk Roger and I, to be grammatically correct. Yeah. We'll be talking about that this week on the Aussie Tech Security. It's just all over the show, isn't it?
Well, just if I could advise, one of the good things to do is please change your router's standard password.
Right. Yes, well,
for anyone listening.
Yeah, well, that should be the first thing you do, isn't it?
Yeah.
Most of the stuff that was involved in the Mirai DDoS, though, was the DVRs and webcams and things that have got Internet of Things, and they've got hard-coded passwords that won't change, and they won't get firmware updates either, which is why they were so easy to hack. Yeah. But once they're in there, they also close down the Telnet port that they got in there through, so that nobody else can get rid of them. And apparently they were saying that if you turn the device off, because everything is in RAM, when you boot it up again, the virus is gone, but within 5 minutes it's reinfected again because it's just constantly out there scanning.
Yeah.
That sounds like that, what was that virus Windows XP used to get as soon as you loaded XP? You'd
Yeah,
have
bang, it was done.
Yeah, 5 seconds to get an antivirus on there. If you didn't get an antivirus, you'd get this, your computer's going to shut down in 20 seconds, and you could not do anything about it. And it rebooted, your computer's going to shut down, rebooted, your computer's going to shut down. Conflicker? No, that wasn't that. There was something, I don't know, some virus.
Something like that, yeah. We had actually, when I was a company I worked for in Brisbane, we were supporting another one, and it wasn't due to a virus, but one day all of the computers started shutting down, and then they reboot and shut. Every single one in the whole building was doing it. I kept one of the, and we just wipe off the computer, do a complete rebuild, and after the second boot, when it was setting up again, it had just shut down again. I kept one of the PCs that wasn't being used aside and did a lot of analysis on it, and found out that it was a Windows NT machine, I think they were using at the time, and the Microsoft update service was pushing out a DLL for Windows XP that wasn't compatible to all the machines in one go. So as soon as you shut it down, you rebuild from the rebuild server, then the update service would send out this DLL straight away, screw up that computer again, you rebuild it again, straight away, down again.
Yeah, and that was what's happening with this virus or something. Yeah, it was annoying. So you had to get the computer offline until you put an antivirus on it. But I think they fix it up in a service pack or something. But talking about routers and resetting passwords, did you see the report this week about IBM and the census fail? And
yeah, they should have
turned it back on.
How ridiculous! So IBM's chief engineer, okay, so IBM, you'd have to call it one of the biggest computer things in the world.
Who invented the PC, basically.
Yeah, pretty much, that's right. This guy admitted that switching the router off and on again would have prevented the 40-hour outage. How crazy is that?
And also, their whole company is going Mac now.
Yes.
They're saving like $500,000 a month or something by switching all their staff over to Macs because they're so much easier to support.
Right.
They're going to have at least half the company on Macs within a couple of months.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's $549 a machine. It saves them.
Yeah.
Is that
over the life of the machine?
Just supporting staff, if something goes wrong and they have to fix a Windows thing compared to a Mac.
Why?
They're dearer to buy, but they're dearer to buy also, but they do have a higher resale value as well at the end of that period. So
part of the problems with Windows has not been that Windows is crap itself. It's that because they allow any graphics card, any sound card, any disk drive chipset and all of this sort of stuff, and there's third-party companies writing drivers for it, and it's those drivers that usually take down Windows, give you the crashes and the blue screen, not Windows itself. So because Apple control the hardware, they control the software and the drivers, they do it all themselves, they guarantee everything is going to be really stable. But then somebody goes out and they buy a cheap card from eBay for $5 for a network card, whack it in there, bang, it goes down. I mean, I had that happen with the desktop I've got here. I got a Wi-Fi card, put it in there, and Windows 8 started crashing. I put it in Dad's computer, which is running the same operating system. It worked fine there, but in my computer, it just kept on crashing and rebooting, crashing and rebooting. But most of the people are like, Windows is crap. It's not really Windows' fault. It's so many random different cards and things that everybody is writing their own drivers for. It doesn't go through proper testing and quality control and stuff. But because Apple controls the hardware and the software, they can make their stuff stable. So it's better to buy the Macs, pay a little bit extra up front, and it's just going to work. Yeah,
but I just find that, I don't know, I like the PCs on the desktop. I don't know, would it be right that I can do more with a PC than a Mac? Michael would disagree.
Getting less and less these days.
What can you do on a PC you can't do on a Mac?
Capture audio easier. Capture audio easier.
Well, I suppose I was going to say all the video.
You have to have like Soundflower and stuff like this on a Mac to be able to capture it correctly. The PC, you can just install a little app and it'll capture the audio and reroute it somewhere.
Now, hang on. I have to install an app to do it on a Mac, and I have to install an app on a Windows machine to do it as well? Is that what you just said? So what's the difference?
Well, on the PC, you can have the app capture and redo it, whereas the Mac, you have to have a separate app just to do the rerouting, and then the PC, and then you have your other app.
Well, let me say there's more choice on a PC of how to do something. Does that make sense? There's more choice of how
I think the Mac's actually catching up with a lot of stuff.
Yeah, look,
and if it gets desperate, I can run Windows on my Mac.
Yeah, fair enough.
Can you run Mac on your Windows?
Parallels.
I don't want to. No. I want to get an Apple II emulator and run Wolfenstein. Now, if what was that? Oh, Achtung! Hail Hitler! Remember, you used to get the Hail Hitler when you was in the war room or something. Hail Hitler! Whoa! Now, look, IBM. This guy, head of IBM of Australia, Kerry Purcell, he said, if we had our time again, we would have tested a hard power it off. You can't even speak. It's probably taken down wrong. But anyway, if we had our time again, we would have tested a hard power off. Power it on, then that router would have discovered earlier, then we had the reboot and configuration loading problem. IBM Australia has apologised, with Mr. Purcell telling the hearing, this is the Senate estimates hearing, that he's negotiating a settlement with the government. Also, that's unheard of in itself, a settlement for breaking a contract. Wow. Now, I've got a picture here.
Did they break the contract?
Well, they didn't deliver what they were asked to deliver, did they?
We don't know what they were asked to deliver, but do we?
Well, they obviously broke the contract because they're in a settlement, the settlement talks. So they're going to... I heard, I can't remember. I didn't read it. I think I heard on the news or something, but they're going to shoot back 10 million, something like that. So they should. If they could have switched the router off and on. All right. Let's go and see what Jace has got this week. What do you got, Jace?
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
That's the first
Isn't that
thing
what you do for every computer problem?
Everything.
Doesn't matter what it is.
Oh, no, how many issues does that solve? Like, realistically, how many does that solve? That's
most.
A lot. Yeah, I know.
At least half, yeah.
I know. I've been out to people's places, and I went to this lady's place, and I said, have you turned the computer off and on? Oh, yeah, tried all that, yeah. And so I'm looking at the computer, and so I opened it up, and it was stuck on the screen. The screen froze. That's why she called me. So when I opened it up, the screen was frozen, and so it was a laptop. And so I said, well, have you turned this thing off and on? She goes, yeah, I just turned it off before you come. I'm thinking, right, you've just put it to sleep. She's just closed it.
Went to sleep.
So I've just
turning it off.
Yeah, so I've turned it off and turned it back on again. She booted up like a champion.
Yeah.
So stuffed around.
It'll be $50, thanks.
Yeah, stuffed around for 20 minutes. Said, oh yeah, there you go. I wasn't going out for nothing. Yeah, all right. Sorry, Jace. Continue.
Yeah, Microsoft has announced its 2017 Windows update and introduced the Surface Studio, a well-crafted 28-inch touchscreen desktop in New York, by pitching its latest software and hardware at creators. On a day when virtual reality was also a subject for discussion, the company announced it's partnered with manufacturers to produce Windows 10 powered headsets that will retail from US $299. The actual reality is that it is gamers and gaming that have the potential to become the biggest business. The challenge for Microsoft is how to harness a growing market in which it's showing declining sales. A potential savior? Think kids playing Minecraft, the 3D world video game Microsoft purchased along with its developer Mojang in 2014 for US $2.5 billion.
Ooh.
I'm inspired by what we see in the Minecraft generation, who view themselves not as players of a game but as creators of new worlds that they dream of, said Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella with a touch of hyperbole at the event in Manhattan's Tribeca district. When we think about the future of computers and computing, we think about this generation and everyone who's inspired by them. Microsoft's investment in the gaming industry is most often seen through its Xbox platforms as well as Microsoft Studios, the company's game development and production wing. Catch is that while Microsoft may see a future in gamers, the company reported earlier this month that its game business revenue declined approximately 5% year over year to $1.9 billion. It's safe to say games are one of the largest, if not the largest, category of purchases in the Windows Store. Microsoft was a huge Minecraft is a huge bet for us, but gaming is in the top 5 always when we look at the top things people do on the PC. Browsing the web is number 1, but people play games. Most people don't think they're a gamer. They think they're people playing solitaire 60 hours a week. They don't consider themselves gamers at all. If you play solitaire, you're a gamer. Safler said that Microsoft has tracked user behavior showing people are not only playing games, but also spend significant time with associated activity, watching gaming videos, or engaging with game-related content online. An average gamer today spends twice as much time watching and consuming game content than they do playing. The amount of time they spent around the gameplay is becoming as important as the time you do spend playing. According to Safler, the key to understanding the culture-connected gaming is understanding what consumers consider to be entertainment. Millennials and the new generation coming up are suggesting entertainment their parents want to watch is not necessarily entertainment they want to watch. Right now, with the internet being as accessible as it is, on your console, on your PC, on your phone, people are choosing content they want to see at any given time, wherever they want to be. The idea of what's professional and elite sport is being tested by gaming. The rise of electronic sports, or esports, has created a billion-dollar industry, largely bypassed by traditional media but flourishing online. League of Legends, an online game where competitors battle each other, has generated competitions between professional teams around the world. More people watch the League of Legends Championship on television around the world than watch the Baseball World Series.
Wow. I was only looking I was watching something on an American channel, and they're saying the World Series just kicked off, and that just made me think again. They're like, it's not really World Series, is it? Because there's no international teams.
Yeah,
pretty crazy. But yeah, so Microsoft did the event, and they So the thing I took out of the
new giant Surface device.
Yes. That's
like a big screen that can lean back over this way. And did you see the dial?
I read about it. Oh, yeah, that's it.
They've got a little circular dial that you can stick on your desk and interact with, or you can actually put it on the screen, and the Surface detects that the dial is there and gives you options. So if you're like somebody who does graphics design, you can set it up to change the palette. So as you turn it around, it goes through the palette of colors, and you can draw with a pen on the rest of the screen, which is a touch screen, but also works through a pen. Or if you just want to change size of characters, you can select that and make it bigger or smaller by turning this dial that's resting on top of the screen. Pretty cool.
But I think this has to be like this Surface, the Windows. What are they calling it? The Surface Studio. I'll give you some specs on it. It's an all-in-one PC that boasts a 28-inch Ultra HD 4.5K touchscreen display. Microsoft is saying that it's 12.5 millimeters thick. That's the display, and it's the thinnest LCD monitor ever built. 13.5 million pixels. The display offers 63% more than a 4K TV. Comes with the pen. It can work with the Surface Pen, and it obviously touchscreen, and that dial thing that Warlock was just talking about. Look, it's priced US at $2,999. And is available for pre-order now. Look, it looks like it's a pretty sexy looking machine, I think. And I would say, because just going back to the story that we were talking about before with IBM going Mac, this is probably a good move because this is a Microsoft machine running Windows, and you think, well, now if a company like IBM wants to cut down on all the, the irregularities from all the thousands of peripheral and cards and add-on cards that are out there, well, they just point
Surface.
They point them in the direction of, hey, we'll go and buy our Surface. It won't crash. We know what's in it, and we know how to support it. So it's probably not a bad...
And all these devices mostly these days run the normal Windows 10 anyway. It's not like a cut-down ARM-only version where you get half the features and 6 apps.
Yeah. What do you think of those specs, Michael, for that machine?
I think that's awesome. I think it sounds great.
Have you seen a picture of it?
No, not as yet. I haven't
good.
Looked.
Yeah.
What's that brand of display that's been around for a while now? They used to have just a tablet on the side, used to draw on and look at the screen, but then they came out with that screen. Yeah, Wacom stuff. Just sounds like a bigger version of that, and probably a lot faster because it's not because it's Microsoft.
Yeah, whereas the Wacom
was a
separate tablet that plugged into your PC or Mac. This is the whole thing with the whole computer in there, plus the Wacom tablet type screen, LCD monitor, and everything all built into the one device.
Yeah. So it sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's good. Now,
And going back to our conversation preceding this one, gaming is probably about the one thing that PCs do a lot better than Mac does, depending on the game. But yes, there's a lot more game variances and a lot more time. People, like you say, buy the latest video card that's, $2,000 for a video card and that sort of stuff.
Unless it's mobile gaming, in which case Apple's number one.
Yes.
Now, did you have anything else that you want to talk about, Michael? Or did you have any other goodies that are coming out from Apple? I've just got a problem with the video. So someone else go off on a tangent, and I'll just try
I can go off on just a couple of quick tangents.
Yeah. Need a filler.
The AirPods, which was very pro, nice lead in there. The AirPods, which Apple announced when they released the iPhone 7, and they were due this week because it was the end of October. Apparently, there's some delay of some description, and there's no new delivery date, but they're not going to be available until they're available. They haven't told us when it'll be, so that was announced today, I think.
Right. There we go.
Now, also, people listening to the show, if there's anyone that's up to scratch on the OBS software that is like Boinks TV and, I think does it stand for outside broadcasting software? I don't know. That's what it's sort of.
Yeah, it might do. Something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's the sort of software. If anyone's up to that, I'm willing to pay someone to set up a particular show system for me. So I just want to try that over Boinks, but I haven't got time to sit down and learn some of the intricacies of it, like lower thirds and camera switching and that sort of stuff. So if anyone's up to that, I'm willing to
all right.
Try it.
Good stuff.
Open Broadcaster?
Yeah.
Who, what?
Open Broadcaster software?
Yes,
that's
that
what
one.
it'd be.
Yep.
Yeah, good stuff.
That's it.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
I think I'm back. It looks a bit funny. Got a blue line around everyone. As soon as so I'll tell you what the problem was. Someone sent a chat into the Skype.
Sorry, sir.
And then, being a sticky beak, I had to see what it was.
And that mucked up the screen. Yeah, and so I sent the videos and stuff of the Surface thing for Michael to have a look at.
So from now on, I'm not looking at any more chats. In the
you more than anyone should know, don't click on any links that come through Skype or Facebook Messenger or any of those. You never know what's going to happen.
No, I know.
Don't touch it.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I think am I back? Yeah, I'm back. Okay.
I got a message from my nephew a couple of days ago that had a link and it said, "Hey, is this you in this picture?" And I was like, I ain't clicking on that. And then a couple of days later, he sends out messages to everyone, "Don't click on that link. My account got hacked." Like, I know.
Oh, look, I've got to look. It's talking about getting hacked. I've got a story about malware. Now, why can't I? What's going on here?
So while you're getting ready for that, if I can also,
yes.
There was just I think it was Wednesday our time. There was heaps of updates for Apple Watch, the iPhone, the iPad, the Macs. So if everyone can get their software up to date, that would be very good and reduce the risk of malicious software attacks from JPEGs.
Except
even
me, I can't update my work laptop because apparently Sierra's not compatible with some of our software yet. So, or the other way around, our software's not been updated to work with Sierra properly. So I'm going to have to stick with
El one bit of software. Yeah, but there's an update for El Capitan too.
There was, yep.
Yeah,
I applied that.
Yeah,
the security update. Yeah,
the Mac's having a few updates lately. I notice every time I turn on, it's doing the Windows thing, updating every 5 seconds.
The Windows was the worst one when they did the anniversary update in the last week, and took 40 minutes on my computer after restarting. And one of my friends was at a funeral with his laptop, and he was going to be doing the slideshows of this guy's life during the funeral, and they had to put that right at the end because his computer Windows doesn't say, "Hey, I'd just like to update if that's okay, click yes." It just shuts down and goes, "I'm installing an update," and then 40 to 60 minutes later, depending on how fast your computer is going, it comes back again. In that time you can't use it, and he's just sitting there
But why don't they ask?
Yeah, they should.
I think
you can disable, but they're trying to push as much as they can so everyone's on the same version of Windows these days without asking, and it's
the
annoying.
Mac comes up. I was just stick up for Apple again. Comes up a little notification up the top right-hand side. Updates available. Install now. Remind me later. Tell me, try tonight.
Look, I'm sure you can do something like that with Windows. Well, I've seen where it says, "Oh, look, we need to do a restart, but we'll restart it when you're not using it." Is that all right? You go, "Oh, yeah." But your old mate's probably,
The other problem with that is even if you got the update and you said no, don't restart now, when you shut down the next time you boot up, it takes that 60 minutes. So
yes,
I shut down the night before, and it took about 20 minutes to do the shutdown update.
Yep.
Then the next morning, I was up and I was ready. I thought, I've got half an hour before I start work.
Yep.
I might go online and do some stuff on my desktop that I wanted to do, some graphic design and stuff, which I do on the Windows. And it took 40 minutes and work had started, so I couldn't do it.
Well, what would you be designing? Well, look.
Stickers for iOS Messenger.
Tell me about the stickers.
Yeah, Halloween stickers.
They're
You get them from the App Store. Just do a search for Blue Bilby. I should send a code to Michael so he can put it on his for free.
Got some, so Jace has been doing some stickers. But look, we'll go back to
Aussie-based ones, obviously.
I don't know, are they?
I will do some Australian ones at some stage, yeah. But these are just generic ghosts and pumpkins.
Okay, yeah.
Some Trumpkins.
Wrong.
Wrong. Nasty.
You're a nasty one, aren't you?
Now, talking about anti-malware or malware and anti-malware products and scams, there's this one that's been seen around the place, and I can't even pronounce it. Jason might be able to. He's probably seen it before. It's the Hicurdismos. I can't even pronounce that. Hicurdismos. So it's Hicurdismos. Whatever. Anyway. So it's targeting Windows users. Michael, sit back, relax. Nothing to do with you. So this particular one pretends to be an installer of Microsoft Security Essentials. Who uses Security Essentials after Microsoft came out and said don't rely on it? So anyway, the vendor's anti-malware product, for Windows 7, as you would remember. Windows 10, don't forget, and Windows 8, to that point, has Windows Defender as a default anti-malware product. But Microsoft acknowledges that some users may believe they also need to download and install the Security Essentials. Now, for people on the video, I have got a screenshot of the two different error messages you might get, which is important to note. Because the error screen that comes up, and this is if you're, infected, it'll come up and it'll tell you to ring a number. But the true Microsoft error screens don't care if your computer crashes. They don't want you to call them, so they don't give you a number.
Yes.
So true Microsoft screen,
don't call us,
number.
We'll call you.
That's right. That's right.
Hello, this is Microsoft. I am wanting to be helping your virus computer. Please go onto this website so I can log into it.
Oh, what's the website? log.me in or something /in. Microsoft notes that the real error message screens don't include the technical support number. Instead, they will provide you with an error code and instructions so you can go and sort the damn thing out yourself. So there you go. Be on the lookout for that.
Like crash screen, doesn't it?
Pardon?
It does look a lot like the crash screen. They basically took a screenshot of that and then put the extra text on there, and and they kill the task manager and stuff so that you can't kill their fake screen and things. So
that's the graphics you were doing. Really, the iOS, the stickers are just a scam, right?
I'm supporting the Apple people.
Yeah, so that is what. So if you get a request from Microsoft to install Security Essentials, you've already got an antivirus, haven't you, everyone that's listening? So that's good. You don't need Microsoft Security Essentials anyway, so don't install it. If you have to install it... Sorry, Michael?
Go on.
If you have to install it, or you feel the need, if you feel a really great invisible pull of a need to install Security Essentials, then I don't know where you go to get that. You might have to go to Microsoft site. You could call Google Hicurdismos and I'll give you one for free. Sorry, Michael, what are you saying?
That's all right. So this is something we tell the Mac people, but I assume it probably goes for your Windows lot as well. Is
Oh, slot.
if you're on a website, and it says, "Oh, you need the latest Flash player to watch this."
Yeah.
Click here to get the latest Flash player. Don't click the button.
Don't click here.
Go to adobe.com, download the latest one from there, see if you need it.
Yep.
That's
Don't
right.
just click that button on the screen. It's we've
I
got
mean,
to think for
Adobe will
ourselves
tell you
occasionally.
every 5 minutes if you need to update your Adobe.
That's
You
right.
don't get a website to tell you that.
Yeah, it would also go, even though, like, I'm not sure, probably you can also get done with this one as well, but Java updates, like I've gone to the ATO site, it was. You know, you're trying to log into the ATO site and it comes up and it says, oh, your Java is out of date. You know, and then it shoots you off to a web page to download it. And I'm thinking, don't I normally get the update in the, you know, in the task manager down the bottom there? And whatever they call it down there. And I go, yeah, you do. So then I opened up the little, you know, near the time, all your little icons near the time. And then, yeah, there was a little Java update, and it was quicker to do it that way anyway. So I just clicked on it, update, way to go, and paid some tax. So that was all good.
And isn't there there's a bit of software, the Java software, to tell you whether you're up to date or not for your operating system too?
I think yes, you can go to...
From the Java webpage.
Yes,
yeah.
from the Java web.
Java.com website.
Yeah, that's right.
Same for Adobe.
Oh, yeah, yep.
I run, as I was saying, I run a vast antivirus, and it keeps an eye on your software and says things like your Foxit reader, PDF reader is out of date, your Skype is out of date. Click here to update, and it'll do it all for you. So,
okay. Have you heard of one called 40 Client?
yes, yeah,
Yeah, I was.
just for securely logging into website to networks.
Oh, yeah, because Roger from the Aussie Tech Security, he recommends that. He reckons that's the duck's guts, apparently. That's what he uses. So I've put it on a virtual machine. It goes all right. What am I running on this machine? I think I installed AVG ages ago. I just can't be bothered to get rid of it. But I think
40 Client sets up SSL VPN networks and gateways. It's not an antivirus, though.
Oh, all right. Okay. That's been working all right. Well, yeah, because it's
Well, if you want a VPN to somewhere.
that's what it
Won't protect you from viruses, though.
Yeah, it does viruses too, doesn't it? I don't know. I thought he said it did everything.
40 Client app supports SSL VPN connection to the 40 Gates gateway. SSL VPN allows you to create a secure SSL VPN connection between your device and server.
Ah. Well, there's a application firewall web.
Oh, there's
filtering.
a endpoint protection as well. I see.
Yeah, endpoint management, manage all clients from a single console. Yeah, anyway, we'll have a look at it.
Unified threat management.
I'll quiz Roger on that again. We'll get the lowdown on that one again. Yes, but I think I'm doing a vast on everyone's machine. It's a little bit quieter than the free AVG, so that's good. Now, Jace, you got any more? What else?
Sure. Yeah. The war on piracy has just had a major win. One of the world's most popular illegal streaming sites has gone offline.
No.
Recent times have seen people moving away from illegally downloading torrents and watching content from illicit streaming sites. Ranking among the 250 most visited websites on the internet, Putlocker had long been one of the more popular sites for this type of activity. Most popular in Australia and the United States and Canada, though I've never heard of it. Have you?
Yeah, I think Will is a Putlocker.
Putlocker had become the go-to video streaming site for pirates. However, the past couple of weeks, the website has been unavailable. Those hoping to use the website are now greeted with a Cloudflare error message, which suggests there's a problem with the servers supporting Putlocker. According to Torrent Freak, the known support email address for the website has also become unresponsive. As the domain name itself is still operating, it doesn't appear Putlocker has been seized or suspended. While not officially taken down, the website went offline at the same time Hollywood's MPAA reported it to the United States Trade Representative. Putlocker.is is the most visited infringing English language video streaming link site in the world, the MPAA reported from Torrent Freak. With the main site down, a number of other Putlocker variations are attempting to claim they are the new version of the website, although none of them include the content library of the original. Whether or not Putlocker is gone for good is yet to be seen, and only time will tell.
Oh, look, I've just Googled it. We've got a Putlocker. Oh, Putlocker 9. Hang on. Putlocker9.com. Continue to watch for free. The movie's available along with other movies for members only. You can watch it.
Yeah, they said a lot of other sites have popped up saying that they're the replacement for Putlocker that got taken down, but they're not really.
Right. Okay.
Give me your money anyway, Glenn. Give me your money, mate.
Ah, can't be bothered. I'm not a put-lockerer. Yeah, so
He's a stand man.
yeah, I subscribed to Stan because I wanted to watch the. Where am I? I wanted to watch the circus. It's quite interesting. It was all about the US election.
Isn't that question time on the ABC?
Yeah, no, this circus is the US election circus.
That one.
Yeah. Now, Michael, what's going on?
Freeview, son. Freeview. That's
Freeview? That's no good. You can't fast forward ads on that thing or something. Is that right? You can't. No, you can fast forward and you can't skip them. What's this? Yeah. What's going on with the AirPods? Have you got yours? Are you getting some? Have you got your iPhone 7?
No, I haven't got that yet either.
Oh, what's happening?
You're delayed.
Now, I hear
Taking my time.
that there's a shortage on the iPhone 7 Jet Black. Apparently, that's hard to make. Have you heard that?
It's hard to make, yes.
Yeah, Jet Black. And what was... I can't remember what it was now. There was another one. I think it was like looking at those Google Pixel things again, or a Samsung. I was mucking around somewhere, and there was a phone. It was a color called something like faint black or something. Or like nearly black or something. I'm like, what's going on there? But anyway, yeah. So the AirPod rollout has been delayed because it needs more time as well. So
yeah,
why? With all the
maybe
questions,
they're trying to improve the quality so that because apparently everyone that's tried the pre-production batch say it's the same quality as your wired headphones.
Yep.
So, but you're paying, well, generally you get your wired ones for free.
Yeah.
And
you don't have
if
to
you're
charge
buying them, I think they're about $50 Australian, not 320 or whatever our Australian price is.
229.
I've seen a few people saying
That's
that
American,
the thing they like about the AirPods is because they got 5 hours charge in each one. You wear the one in the right for 5 hours, then you take it out, switch to the left one for 5 hours while that charges.
Yeah.
Oh,
apparently the mic in it's really good.
Right.
The microphone's very good, and also there's not much latency. Like there's not really any latency between each ear because they're Bluetooth. You could end up with different latency in each ear.
Oh, okay.
So that's the W1 chip sort of helps with that apparently.
So they've this article here. Say it's from TechCrunch. I suppose originally, it says that they needed a little more time to get the product ready for release. The early response to AirPods has been incredible. We don't believe in shipping a product before it's ready. But I mean, they've put it back.
Announced it.
Yeah, they've put it back till late October, which is now. But like,
that's when it was going to be released in the first place.
But wouldn't these things have already been produced? Like, why are there's this story coming out now? We're going to put it back 2 weeks, but surely everything.
I think maybe they found a flaw.
But what are they going to make another million or something?
Oh no, it might be a software glitch.
Well, it might be. Yeah, that's right. It might be.
So they just got to fix the software glitch and put it out in 10.3 or whatever.
So anyway, Apple have said that they don't believe in shipping a product before it's ready, which is good on them. Apple would not give further details about the delay, so it's unclear whether hardware or software updates are to blame. Now just going back to that jet black model of the iPhone 7 and i7 Plus is apparently increasingly rare, so that if you're still waiting for your iPhone 7, which apparently a lot of people still are, maybe because you've ordered a jet black. So it's not...
I had a quick Google as well, Glenn. It was the Pixel you were looking at. It comes in quite black, really blue, or very silver.
Quite black, that's right.
Really blue and very silver.
That's
right. That's good. That's better than just
space
saying...
grey.
Yeah,
yes. I had to laugh because I probably just came from looking at the jet black and then I looked at the quite black. But anyway,
Not quite black.
Hey?
The jet black's not quite black, is it?
No, I quite like quite black. Now, yeah, so anyway, the iPhone Jet Black's expected in November, according to research note from KGI Securities analyst. The global shortage is due to the new high-gloss finish being too challenging for the Apple manufacturers. That wouldn't be right. Nothing's too challenging for them.
It's hard work because of the polishing way they polish it up before they actually paint it.
Right, okay.
There's a lot more time in the processing there just to start with.
So up to 40% of the jet black iPhone 7s being manufactured are not up to quality standards. So what do they do?
So they just
chuck them,
sandblast them, and do it again.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Wow. Oh, it's hard work being a phone manufacturer, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
Now,
But the Pixel's getting some good press.
It is. Now I've got notes on the Pixel. Do you want to hear when I find it? Hang on.
It'll end up being now that the Samsung's gone, it'll end up being the number one Android phone that people will want. So it'll be iPhone 7 and the Pixel.
How big
so it should.
How big of a mistake on Samsung part was what's happened, eh?
Well, everyone said they tried to rush it out before the iPhone announcement, so they wanted to make sure that they were first, and ended up screwing things up with the bad batteries and stuff.
But surely, but what are they making a new technology in the battery? What, every phone?
Yeah, they're trying to cram too much in.
Yeah, right.
Apparently, one guy had done an analysis, and he reckons that the lithium is leaking because it's been compressed and packed in so tight. It's actually pressing too hard together, and the lithium is leaking through and creating a bridge between one part of one battery and the next one, and that shorts out. Right. And I saw some wag on Twitter was like, now if they had have released the phones with a removable battery,
yes,
they could have just sent out new batteries and the phones would have been fine. But everything's integrated now because everyone wants to copy Apple. I mean, that's not a bad idea, because Apple comes up with a lot of good ideas. You see, the Pixel has got the 3D touch interface on the apps that Apple have had all the time, where you can push a bit harder and you can do shortcuts without actually opening the app. That's come out in the Pixel now, and they copied the notifications and stuff. But to copy the built-in batteries for them ended up being a bad idea.
So we all know. Sorry.
Yeah, they'd had built-in batteries for a couple of years, but haven't they?
Yeah.
That wasn't the first.
No, they're just trying to compress more and more in there and trying to get it thinner. But Apple knows how to make things thinner. Samsung doesn't know how to make things thinner and safe. That's the important thing.
You got to get the battery to last all day, basically.
Yeah.
And even even the ones that were not catching fire weren't lasting all day. So
So there's still Note 7. There's still more than 1 million people that are using it now.
Yeah, but the latest news is that Samsung are pushing out over-the-air update that's going to disable the phone completely, and you won't be able to use it. So you're going to have to take it back. But it's going to be bricked.
Yeah, Korea Jung-Ang Daily reports that in South Korea especially, many users have refused to return their Note 7 because they like it so much. Many have also said that the return or exchange process is too much of a hassle. Rather just have it burn my leg off.
And it's probably getting a bit cold there at the moment, so if it caught fire, they could sit around there, warm your hands.
Yeah, maybe breathe in the fumes from the burn and, never have to worry about anything again.
People take lithium tablets to help their, straighten them out a bit. So why not?
There you go. It's good for your mental health.
Smoke in the batteries.
That's right.
Well, Samsung have set up pop-up stores at airports.
Yep.
So you can go in and exchange your phone that you're not allowed to put on a plane or take on a plane. Even if it's turned off, you're not allowed to put it on an aeroplane. You can exchange it at the airport.
Well, it still might catch on fire. Because remember when
the terminal, I
was going to send you that broken, smashed up iPad Mini I had, Michael. He said, "Don't fly it down, send it by road."
No, you got to put it on the box, send it by road. Absolutely, you have to do that.
I couldn't see
it's not one of those Samsung fireproof boxes that you get the special Kevlar gloves And you
But TNT won't ship Samsung phones even in the special box.
Wow. Wow.
That's road freight. They won't even ship it via road freight.
Yeah, right. Well, look, talking about, seeing that you brought up the Pixel, it has been getting good reviews, and I'll read you some. Not the
Except
whole.
I did see some concern about the camera has got a light halos that are starting to appear in some pictures that people are taking.
Oh, so a little tweak needed there. But yeah, so it could be the world's number 2 phone if they play their cards right. Wall Street Journal have said that the Pixel is now the best Android smartphone you can buy. So that's a good wrap. Now, have I got a picture of that? I'll show you my picture here. There we go.
JB and the carriers are going to have it in Australia.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen plenty of Telstra posters for it.
Yeah, I've just screenshot to people on the video order it through Telstra. Now you got Tech Radar. Pixel is an excellent flagship phone and a breath of fresh Google air. So that they liked it. The tech site also spotlights the Pixel's I can't pronounce this word either, but AMOLED display. Is that right? AMOLED?
AMOLED LED.
Yeah. We've been using the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus recently, moving from Apple's latest to the Pixel. We noticed the improved depth of colour, blah, blah, blah. CNET gives it 4 out of 5, so that's good. Ars Technica says it's the best Android phone, however, noting when it comes to water resistance, the iPhone and the Galaxy S7 can both survive being submerged in water. But look, you get it at Telstra if you're interested. So there you go.
Yeah. So one thing I heard about it was they were going to get. I can't remember who it was now. Someone to make it, but they wouldn't.
LG, I think it was.
Yeah, they got upset about the co-branding, so they end up having to get HTC to do it, and so.
I saw Leo's podcast too this week.
There you go.
HTC had to rush it out, so they said Google had to say, what form factors and cases have you already got that we can whack this stuff into? Because instead of having 18 months of development, we got 9 left since LG bailed. And they're like, well, there's this one. They're like, that'll do. Next year we'll bring out the real Google Pixel that we wanted to design it from scratch.
Oh, so there's your tip. Hold off. You reckon? Till the new one comes next year. You can hold off forever if you go by that philosophy, can't you? You just got to jump in. You got to jump in.
There's always going to be one better.
That's right. Now, do you want to hear? I've got a story. I've got a couple left, but do you want to hear one about Facebook and nipples, or being sexually?
Are they square?
No, or being sexually assaulted in virtual reality.
No, somebody had said they managed to talk about breasts on Facebook by posting square ones that they'd drawn. Facebook said that was okay.
All right, I'll tell you about the Facebook one. So they've announced last week that they are planning on relaxing their standards of what's okay to publish on Facebook. Now, proponents of Free the Nipple movement. That's also the name of a 2014 film on the same topic. Now, I've got a picture here for those on the video. There it is.
Well, Facebook said if it's newsworthy.
Yes, because
because
I think there was one because I knew about Facebook's pretty hard line on the nipple, and I was searching. I was going through.
Yeah, a lot of Glenn's personal family photos of himself. His selfies have been banned by Mark Zuckerberg personally.
So
thank you, Mark.
Like, hell now, Glenn.
He's
hot in Australia, and you're down at the beach a lot there on the Gold Coast. But
Zuckerberg's looking after the interests of and the mental health of the Australian community. Now, so I was going through my wall, and I saw a picture of, I think it was Rihanna. There's a picture of her, and she had a tit out. And so I thought, well, hang on a second, why does everyone else get their titty shots banned? And Rihanna can have hers all out. Even though it was only one, she had a little thing over it. It wasn't like full on, had a little bit of a, curtain or something over it. Yeah. So anyway, I reported it. And then about 5 minutes later, they said, no, that's all right. I went, oh, that's really bad. That's double standards. But now we know that they're relaxing the nipple.
They reply back to you when you report stuff, do they?
They do. I
report all of the scam Facebook pages that I see in groups and stuff, and never heard anything back from them.
They're in on it. That's why.
Yeah, kickbacks.
It's their scam.
They're in it for the
from
lols.
me.
Yeah. So anyway, so it looks like the so they want to end this group, Free the Nipple Movement, want to end censorship of female breasts on places like Instagram, arguing that the standard towards women shouldn't be any different from those towards men, whether online or in public. The idea has the support of prominent women like Rihanna, well, that's the one I did, and Miley Cyrus and Bella Hadid. Well, good on you, ladies. Whatever.
But what if you don't want to see men's nipples either?
Well, exactly. And I think the thing that Facebook came back with was that they're worried. Well, not worried, but they've got to try and navigate their way through different countries and different laws and stuff. And
what's PC where?
Yeah, and when where you can't do it, where you can do it, and and all this. I don't know how they're going to do that, but anyway, that's what's going on there. And look, just quickly, because I did mention the sexually assaulting. This woman was sexually assaulted in virtual reality by a cyber-groper. Yes, we are at that point where we're getting sexually harassed and getting in trouble for it, even though you're in a virtual reality. A woman has claimed she's sexually assaulted in virtual reality by a pervert who molested her while she was innocently blasting zombies. Just, blasting some zombies. The virtual reality virgin was trying out new technology. Now, they call her that because this apparently was her first time in a virtual reality world. Went around to her brother's house or something, and he hooked her up. And so she was blasting some zombies when the man, using the pseudonym Big Bro 442, virtually groped her. Suddenly, Big Bro 442, disembodied helmet, faced me dead on. His floating hand approached my body, and he started to virtually rub my chest. Oh my God, the outrage. That's outrageous.
Is it on the Xbox?
I don't know what it was on.
Probably 12.
It was what?
Yeah.
It's probably 12 on an Xbox.
Yeah,
That makes it worse for her.
Probably was too, yeah. But that's what's going on over there. Now, Jace, have you got any others you want to give us a listen to?
Oh, yeah. On a random trip to China last year when Jessica Wilson found herself being asked whether she'd like to party in a reality television show for startups, she didn't hesitate. I didn't even think twice about it. The founder of shopping app Stashed said about her decision to apply for the show The Next Unicorn. I could see how the market was moving, and I always thought Stashed would work really well in China. Ms. Wilson, who's based in Sydney, was featured in the list of Forbes 30 under 30 entrepreneurs last year. Her Stashed app is available in 136 countries around the world and offers about 500,000 products. Now it's ready to take the next step into one of the most lucrative markets in the world. Ms. Wilson's involvement in The Next Unicorn, which is similar to Australia's Shark Tank, gave her invaluable advice and exposure in China, with the show airing to 150 million people. On the back of her success, she launched a Chinese version of her app this year, and this week announced a partnership with mega company Tencent. While not many people in Australia have heard of Tencent, it is one of the biggest internet companies in the world, and in China it rivals Alibaba for supremacy. Ms. Wilson said she thought the relationship could be game-changing for Stashed because of the reach and localization the Chinese company could provide. It's incredibly exciting, Ms. Wilson said. With the rise of the middle class in China, they want access to Western brands, and we can see the potential. The Asian market is bigger than the European and US markets combined, and Ms. Wilson said she always thought Stashed, an app that functions like a virtual mall, would do really well in China.
How do you spell that, Jace? So I can just grab it up here.
Stashd.
Stashd. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
I'll see if I can bring
Trends are huge over there, and if you can tap into the right generation, which I think are the millennials in China, they're just so fascinated with Western fashion, she said.
Yeah, right. So that's all right. I'm just trying to get a picture up here of the Stashed. Oh, yeah, endless fashion inspiration. There we go. Yeah, so it's an app on your phone there. Download. iOS, Google. Yeah, right. So it's just amazing how just something so simple can earn someone so much money.
Yeah.
So what I was looking...
I think even Michael had mentioned on his show, hadn't you, that China is even bigger in iApp purchases than America or any other country
Than America
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
You want to do stickers, you should do Chinese New Year for your messenger, you'll clean up.
Yeah, wow.
There you go.
How's that? Michael, did you have any...
Yeah, so just reminded me, talking about making money. Get there. So there's an Australian company called Atlassian. And their co-founders, Mike Cannon-Brooks and Scott Farquhar, have topped the 2016 BRW Young Rich list with a record 4.68 billion combined wealth.
Oh.
The list records the wealth of Australians aged 40 and under. The two became billionaires when the company they founded, software maker Atlassian, listed on the NASDAQ last year.
And they're all self-funded too.
Yep, from scratch. Yeah, when they were at university, I think, together. They topped the Young Rich list 5 times, jointly taking out number 1 spot every year since 2012.
Wow.
So the combined wealth of the 100 members of the 2016 BRW Young Rich list has risen, with the booming property sector and technology market to 12.3 billion, up from 10.6 last year.
Right.
So,
The government really needs to do a lot more supporting developers and stuff in Australia.
What happened to their innovation thing?
Yeah, what
it's
happened
on
to
ADSL.
Yeah, that's right. You see, there was a list of, I don't know, but there was a list of sites that Malcolm Turnbull most visited on the net. Most of it was just news sites. It was somewhat interest for 5 seconds. Yeah, okay, so that's all right. Now, Atlassian, I was just trying to find a picture of the two guys from their website, but I can't. Doesn't show them. Oh, yeah.
Apparently, like
might be them.
they give, like, apparently they're really nice guys. The radio guy that I was listening to today or yesterday, said he was the chairman of this particular charity group that they were at one night, and they just said, all right, so whatever everyone donates, we'll give you the same amount of money, and they end up spending $1.2 million that night or something.
Oh, wow.
Just it was whatever was being auctioned off through the night.
Yeah, nice. Wow.
Yeah, brilliant company.
Yeah,
You got Jira for the ticketing system, Confluence for Wiki, and HipChat, all integrated together. Brilliant stuff.
Yeah, so have a look at that if you're a developer or want to, look into doing something like that. That's good. All right. Jace, any more from you?
That's it for me.
I hired my first 2 iOS developers this week.
Oh, yeah.
A customer rang me up and said, I've got an idea for an app.
Yep.
This is what I want.
Yep.
So I went out and found two school kids.
Nice. Yep.
And, so
confidentiality disclosures.
Millions of dollars. Yeah. And who owns the rights and all blah, blah, blah. All of that was decided.
Yeah.
But, at least they'll have something on their CV joint. To put up there and say, I've developed this app and this app, and it's being sold at the moment. And
What'd you call it, a CV joint?
on their CV. I did say CV joint because I'm a car nut as well, you see, as soon as I said CV.
Oh, no, I'm thinking...
Man, I could go for a joint right now.
Put it on the CV and have a joint. Okay, nice.
If you run out of rolling papers, you just use old CVs.
Yeah, I was thinking, is this some Penrith speak? Is this what they call CVs down there?
Yeah, they hang out down at the CV
Excuse me,
joint.
didn't I tell you how to say the word properly?
Oh, Penrith. Sorry.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's all right.
Do they use Drew Powell there?
Oh,
ends with 2 F's, not a TH.
Look, Drew Powell is available in most places if you've got the knowledge on how to do it.
What the hell are you talking
Joomla
about?
just got an update today as well for security vulnerability, so update your Joomlas, everybody.
Oh, have you got Joomla sites, Jace?
No, mine's all WordPress.
Yeah.
I just installed their Jetpack software now, so all my images are going to come from their WordPress CDN, which is around the world, and they monitor the security of your sites and automatically update WordPress and the plugins for you. Everything is great.
Was that Jetpack?
Yeah, Jetpack plugin.
Yeah, that is pretty good, that one.
Backups and stuff if you want to.
Is that ATH?
You can. You can if you want.
WordPress from ATH.
Yeah. You can get our hosting.
cPanel, man.
Yeah.
You get our hosting. You load up your WordPress, and you load up your Jetpack plugin. It's a plugin, isn't it, Jace? Yeah.
Yeah, you could install it from cPanel.
Oh, can you? What? Oh, WordPress. Yes. That's right.
Very easy. You just type in, where you want it to install, the name of the site, and away it goes. Does it all for you.
It's pretty good. I have used Jetpack, not for that though, but in a couple of things. And yeah, the Aussie Tech Heads website is still Joomla 2.5. Just because I can't be bothered.
Let me just Google what vulnerabilities 2.5 had.
I don't want to know. Oh wait,
I'll tell you. It's all right. I'll find them.
You don't have to tell us. Everyone else will be telling us next week.
Script kiddies will do it for you.
Why couldn't I get on the site tomorrow morning?
Oh, great. No, but look, touch wood. It's not been going all right. So
Joomla 12.5, you said, didn't you? Joomla 12.5.
Yeah,
that's what you're up to.
That's right, exactly. Yes, that's right. Joomla 1.2.
I've used Joomla before. I quite liked it.
Joomla.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I think it depends on what you want to do, how you want to build your site. But I think WordPress these days is pretty much, it's grown to be the duck's guts, really, hasn't it? It's just easy. It's the duck's guts of...
Make sure you update it every time an update comes out. If you use the Jetpack, it does it for you. But when I was working at that web hosting company down in Melbourne, and people at their sites get pwned quite easily, and they ring up, "Oh, I thought you sold me in a secure account." I was like, well, it was secure when we sold it to you.
That's right.
If you don't update your software,
you got
it's
problems.
not secure. It's like complaining to me that I sold you a house and somebody got into it when you gave them the keys, or you left the window open. It's not my fault that you left the window open and somebody got in and stole your telly. It was secure when I sold it to you.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Keep it secure.
Yeah, and I think, look, WordPress can sometimes update automatically, but also, though, I've had updates that have broken the site, or, broken other plugins and stuff. So you do backups is another good thing to get involved in. Yeah, all right. So I think we'll leave it on that note. I think that's about it. Unless anyone else has got anything else they want to talk about. That's it.
Listen to Aussie Tech Radio.
Yeah, the Aussie Tech Radio on the TuneIn radio app. Michael will be getting up early. Like by the time you listen to this, we're probably, the day's already come and gone. And
he'll be up at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
10 to 4, just enough time to make the coffee.
Oh, Michael makes a good coffee too. I'll give you the tip. Very nice.
I was talking to Mr. Will as well. He's been so busy with moving the house and his son being sick and him being sick. He hasn't even unpacked his PC since he's moved, so that's why he hasn't been around.
Yeah, I know. I sent him a Facebook today. I said, "What are you doing, Will? What's going on?" And he sends me a picture of his...
a picture of his computer parts in boxes.
Just like, that's what's strewn.
That's the best place for a PC to be.
Oh, look, get out.
Now, if he had a Mac, he wouldn't have this problem. He would have been back online already.
Well, that's right. But now...
It doesn't come in pieces for a start.
Well, Will needs the new Surface Studio at a cool $3,000 US. That's what he needs.
That was the cheapest model too. They went up to about 4.5, depending on how fast you want it to go and how much RAM and stuff.
Yeah, how does that compare? How does that price wise compare to the Apple computers? Are they up there? Are they $3,000 odd?
Yeah.
Well, you want to get the 5K cinema display, plug it into a Mac Pro, and also get your Wacom tablet.
Your Wacom tablet.
Yeah,
because this Surface thing has got the tablet stuff built into it, which is what we were talking about before.
Okay, yep.
Mac stuff. So if you wanted to have the same sort of setup, you need to have...
Yep, gotcha. All right, good stuff. All right.
Just buy 4 iPad Pros.
Stick them together.
Glue them together.
Staple them, electric tape.
Yeah, super glue.
You know how to do it. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get out of here. Michael's got to go to bed. All right. So that's it for another week. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for coming in, Michael.
Pleasure, mate. Thanks for having me.
Sitting in for Will there. That's been good. All right. And Eric is studying. That's why he's not available tonight. He's studying his law. He's doing a law degree. He's a smart little cookie, isn't he? Then also
makes up for the rest of us, doesn't it?
I know, right?
Yeah, probably. And thanks, Jace. Thanks as always, Jace, for coming in. We hope to see you next time as well. All right, thanks everyone. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. go and say hi on the Facebook page. Send us an email, glenn@aussietechheads.com.au, or whatever else you want to do. But Google us, you'll find us somewhere. All right, check the show notes out at the webpage /podcast. And, have a good week. See you next week. Bye-bye.